Welcome back to another exciting episode of Ask Malik, your source for campus advice. I'm here once again with my co-host Lauren McEwen. How are you today, Lauren?
Well, Malik, this whole past week I've been sick with a sinus infection, so I had to go to the wellness center and get all these medications prescribed to me.
Okay, Lauren.
So then I had to go to the bursar's office to pay for them, and it was
okay,
so
Lauren.
annoying. And then my eyes swelled up, and everyone thought I had pink eye, and I was like, I
Lauren.
don't have pink
Lauren!
eye! What?
Can we go to the question, please?
Sure, Malik.
Thank you.
Dear Malik, there is this guy that I really like. He's like a brother to me, and I've known him for almost 6 years through family and all. He used to be my neighbor, and now I would say that I'm in love with him. But he wants to go to Iraq to be a field medic, and the boot camp is in Illinois. He wants to leave as soon as possible to get over to Iraq. And as much as I admire him for his braveness and selflessness to go over to Iraq and help the wounded soldiers, I can't help but not want him to leave. Is there anything I could do besides give him all of my unconditional support? If you could help me out, thanks. Signed, Scared for a Friend.
Dear Scared for a Friend, first let me say that it's perfectly normal for you to want him to stay. I mean, you are falling in love with him. Do not be ashamed of that at all. I say continue to give him the support he obviously deserves from someone who cares for him as much as you do. Also, I suggest you tell him how you feel about everything. Communication is key. Talk to him about it. Tell him how you feel about him leaving and how you are falling for him. I know it may seem scary, but if you are as close to him as you say you are, he should understand. This may or may not affect his decision to go, but you never know if you don't try. Again, I suggest you just tell him everything. Talk it all out. Let's see what some other Westchester students have to say about this situation.
I think that personally you should tell them. I mean, there's no harm in telling someone that you feel, how you feel about them. And I know it's going to sound corny, but I always think of the last episode of Friends where Ross goes and tells Rachel that he loves her when she's about to go to Paris, and look how it worked out for them. It worked out in their benefit. So it might be important to tell them and tell him how you really feel, so that way he knows and then you know.
I would definitely tell the person that I love before they went away, because if God forbid something happened to them, I would regret not saying something every day of my life.
But currently, tell him before he leaves, I would say no. No.
That's some great advice, Westchester. Keep him rolling, Lauren.
Dear Malik, when I play basketball, I am quite confident in my skills. Actually, I'm better than most people, but sometimes when I have off games, all the negative stuff people say sticks in my head, and all those words keep ringing like a bell. I just can't get the thoughts out of my head, and I know that it really hurts me in my play. What do you think I should do? Sincerely, B-Ball Boy.
Dear B-Ball Boy, firstly, try not to concern yourself with who is better than whom. You just play the game that you know how to play. Everyone you play with is playing because it is what they love to do, just like you. Secondly, the best thing you can do with the negative stuff that people say is to either ignore it or embrace it. And when I say embrace it, I mean you take everything they say and you think it through. Try to turn it into criticism. Don't let them linger in your head. Think about how you can fix the things that went wrong, so instead of hurting you in the game, you can improve in your game. And remember, you play because it is something you love to do, and you are not going to let someone control or hurt the game that you love. I wonder how some other Westchester students feel about this. Let's see.
Talk more trash so then he gets the cockiness back and more confidence in his own game.
Yeah, like whenever he hits a basket or something, just talk trash right back to the fans. Like, let them know what's up.
He should recite a mantra in his head over and over, like, I'm a great basketball player and I know it because of these things, and just block out everything else they say. That's pretty much it.
Okay, I think that he should just block out what everybody else has to say. Like, it doesn't matter. You should focus on your game and not what everyone else thinks. Bobby?
I agree. Because if you let it get to your head, then you might do worse. So just pretty much give it your all, and whatever your all is, it'll be fine. So that's pretty much it.
Talk to his coach about it, talk to his players, and try to just get it out so it's not all bottled up inside of him.
Thanks, Westchester. All right, Lauren, I think we have time for one more.
Dear Malik, recently things with my boyfriend have gone differently than they usually have. Like whenever he sees me, he doesn't seem all that excited. Yet on the other hand, I'm jumping for joy and run up to him and give him a huge hug. Then when I ask him about it, he says he didn't see me, but I was right in front of him. He tells me he loves me and I love him too, But this really hurts me, and he won't even kiss me anymore. I'm being left in the dark, and all I end up feeling is upset in the end, rather than him being my knight in shining armor. What do you think this is? Is it my fault? Or is he planning to break up with me? Please help me. Signed, Lonely in Love.
Dear Lonely in Love, first let me say that this is not the way a relationship should be going at all. A relationship is about give and take on both parts, not just one. And that's what it seems like is happening here. I say this all the time, but it is oh so true. Communication is key. Talk to him about it. Let him know how you are feeling and how what he is doing is making you feel. In a healthy relationship, you guys should be able to talk about things like this. If he loves you, he should listen and try to fix the situation. If he loves you like he says he does, he sure has a funny way of showing it. Let him know it. You should not be left feeling upset. He should be the one that keeps you from being upset and hurt. Of course, none of this is your fault. You can't control how other people choose to treat you. And honestly, I can't say if he is planning on breaking up with you. But if he is, wouldn't you rather him confront you straight on about it and let you know instead of treating you the way he is? That is being a coward. But hopefully, that is not the case. But like I said before, talk to him and let him know what is going on in your head and, of course, your heart. In case you need another opinion, here's some advice from some other Westchester students.
Well, first of all, she should talk to him. Sit him down and say, listen, what's going on here? I love you. You're my boo. And we need to get this figured out. So probably he's cheating because he sounds like a bad guy. But if he's not, then he needs to get his game straight and be honest with her. What do you think, Maureen?
Well, the first thing that came to my mind was that he was cheating on her, but she may have done something to upset him, and he is just a bad communicator. So they really just need to communicate, but it does sound like he has a change of feelings, and they either need to break up or he needs to do some talking.
They both need to talk. Just got to communicate.
Communication is key.
That's right.
If the guy isn't saying that I love you and you are trying to get him to say it, you really should just break up with him because obviously he's not ready for that commitment as much as you are ready for it.
If I had a friend ask me that, I would tell the girl to go to the person and ask him if it's something she's done, try to communicate because they say communication is important. And if he won't talk to her, then she needs to walk away because it's not her fault. It's something going on with him and he's just not opening up about it.
You guys make some good points. Well, Westchester, I think that's all the time we have for you today. Thank you for sending in your questions, and please continue to do so. I'm Malik Muhammad, and this is my co-host, Lauren McEwen, and this is Ask Malik. Keep 'em rolling, Westchester.